Pete.
Yes.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
You look handsome. You look hot.
Thank you. She didn't let me wear my propeller hat, but it's fine.
No, you guys look.
So right there where Pete was like, she didn't let me wear my propeller hat, and then Kim just kind of didn't respond. I think in her head, she's just like, I'm feeling like Kanye vibes here. He's kind of like derailing the conversation, constantly making jokes. Hello, my name's Anthony Resinello. I'm a social and relationship coach living in Los Angeles. I've been doing this for the past 15 plus years, and this is a new series called Love Test, where I watch the interactions between two people to see if there's actually any chemistry, any connection going on. Today, I'm gonna look at the relationship between Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Yes, I know they broke up in August 2022, but come on, I wanna see this chemistry. I wanna see what it's all about. And at the end of this video, just like every Love Test video that I'm gonna put out, I am going to give Kim and Pete a love test rating. These videos are made to help you in your own life. I care about what I could teach you from watching them. So that's why we're here. If you're interested in that, baby, subscribe. Just subscribe. Just subscribe.
Jode, what's going on with you in your dating life?
Can a girl just be happy and live?
Yeah, a girl can.
That's what I'm doing.
I get
That's
it.
what I just keep on saying. Happiness, peace, zen, laughter.
I think Kim is just so used to going through relationship to relationship and having the media cover it that I think for the first time she's just like, can I just chill, brah? Can you guys not like analyze every little thing that I'm doing? And to that answer, I say, Kim, no. Kim, no. I must analyze.
So this is how it went down with Pete. I did SNL, and then when we kissed in scene, it was just a vibe. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I just need to try something different. But Pete does not come to my after party. Everyone was at my after party. Does not give me the time of day. So a few days later, I called the producer at SNL and I was like, hey, do you have Pete's number? And they were like, yeah. And I text him, heard about this BDE, need to get out there. Like, I need to just like jumpstart I was just basically DTF.
You know, speaking of that, I wonder how many celebrities are just hooking up anonymously, not telling anybody what's going on. We know a lot about the relationships because they're out in public doing stuff, but what about the ones that are just coming over for booty calls? Because, you know, celebrities can't really be hooking up with like regular people, right? Like there's always going to be that feeling of the person being like, whoa, I'm hooking up with Kim Kardashian right now, or whoa, I'm hooking up with, I don't know, Tom Brady right now. And no celebrities want that feeling. Like they don't want the whole like gaga vibe. They want somebody that treats them like an equal. So that just makes me wonder, how often does it happen that celebrities are just banging other celebrities?
Pete has got to be literally the best human being I've ever met. Like the best heart. People always say like, oh, he's so funny, and it's like has to do with how funny he is. That's like fourth on my list of why I like him. Always wants the best for people, can handle anything, always does it with grace. Like he's really, really thoughtful and humble and just so genuine. I would say the perfect word to describe Pete is genuine.
This is also completely spot on for how I've analyzed Pete in the past. If you want to watch one of those videos, I made 2 classic charm analysis on Pete Davidson before. You could watch one of them up here, and then I guess I'll reference the second one later on, but if you want to go and click that one right now, you can. But what it seems like Kim is saying, after so many years of being married to Kanye West, who probably is not just like this cuddly guy that just wants to hang out and watch TV, she finally has somebody that is relaxing, that's just chill, that's just joking around, messing around, not trying to like own the world or something. And so many guys don't realize, especially these days, that like women really just want a nice person. There's the confusion here, right? Because we always say, oh, don't be the nice guy, don't be the nice guy. But what nice guy actually means is not nice guy. It actually means the guy that's trying to get into somebody's pants and trying to win them over with, oh, please, may I have you? Please, may I buy you dinner? That's not a nice guy. A nice person is somebody that genuinely cares for that person's well-being. So I was just talking to a client today about the difference between love and ownership. Love is when you care so much for somebody that it has nothing to do with you. There's no selfishness involved. Ownership or neediness is when all somebody really cares about is just having that person love them back, is just having that person validate them, be attracted to them, care for them back. And so all of their actions are going towards making that person care for you back. Not love, that's neediness or ownership. Now, Pete does have borderline personality disorder, so he does tend to love bomb, and what I do think happened after they broke up is not because, oh, they have different schedules and stuff, like that's bullshit. That's what they all say. What the truth of the matter is, and this is what I think happened, and this is what I think has happened to every one of Pete's real relationships that he's had in the past few years, is that he comes off the super charming person because at first there's no attachment, there's no neediness because the stakes are low in the relationship. Maybe it's just hooking up. As the connection grows and grows, I believe Pete gets super, super attached and super obsessed with the person, which is what I think turns off all of his relationships. This is what I think happened with Pete and Kim. But at the beginning, the first 6 months or so, everything's great. Pete is the sweetest person. He's so charming. He's so giving. But as soon as there's that, oh, now we're an item, now it's I need you, I need you, I need you. And there is nothing more unattractive than I need you, I need you, I need you. Because that is not love.
It's the most refreshing feeling to not feel like, oh my God.
Like you don't have to be perfect at all times. You're just perfect the way you are.
I had this big pimple on my nose and I kept on complaining about this pimple.
Now I want you to think about the difference between Kanye with Kim, Pete with Kim. Kanye, he was doing all of these really nice things, but it was kind of like him building his personal doll. As soon as they got together, he would fly her out to Milan, buy her an entirely new wardrobe, tell her exactly what to wear, throw out her old wardrobe. He is basically molding her life, telling her what to wear, making sure that every little thing that's happening with Yeezy's clothes on her are perfect. The shots are perfect, blah, blah, blah. He's looking at pictures before she posts them on Instagram. Pete doesn't give a shit. Right? At the beginning, Pete just wants to hang out. Pete just wants to be charming, have fun with his girl, be attracted to his girl. That's what's so calming for Kim, that she realized, wait a second, I don't have to like feel high profile when I'm with my partner. Even though I'm a high profile person in the public arena, when I'm home with my boyfriend, I don't have to feel like that. And that feels so good.
I'm not chasing anything. And that is the best feeling. Whether it's like at the beginning of your career, chasing fame, chasing money, chasing a relationship, chasing happy, like it's just all here.
Now, this is another part of Pete Davidson's personality. He does not play the dating game. This is what mainstream kind of basic people like to do. They like to compete for each other. And they're putting up walls when you do that. And I guarantee you that you have done that too. When you go on a first date, you want to talk yourself up, show how great you are, dress your absolute best, go to a nice place, act super perfect, walk, move super perfectly. A charming person doesn't do any of that stuff. A charming person is 100% their real, authentic self, no matter what. And I say it in all my videos, the way that you should treat somebody that you're dating or going on a date with, or somebody that you're attracted to, or anybody really, is the way that you interact with your best friend, because that is the realest you. Pete is amazing at doing this with anybody he meets. One thing that he does all the time, and this kind of unlocks everybody's vulnerable open side to make themselves feel more comfortable around Pete, so Pete could then show his attraction to them, is he's always self-deprecating. He's always making fun of himself. Now, when somebody does that in a confident way, not in a, oh, well, I really, my feet are gross. No, not like that. I'm talking about if you say it in a funny way where you're showing that you're comfortable with your vulnerabilities, with your weaknesses. That's very attractive, but it also lets other people feel more comfortable around you. The last thing you want to be doing is be stacking on how high value you are with all of these great things about you, because all that does is makes the other person feel intimidated, makes them feel like they have to come back at all their great stuff at you, and makes them feel like, oh wow, this is like a competition right now. If you are a high value person, I'm gonna pull a Biden thing. You don't have to show it. Pay them more. In fact, the least high value people are the people that are trying to show it all the time. If you are high value, you don't gotta show it. So stop trying to show it. It'll come out naturally.
When I turned 40, everyone said it's the best sex of your life. And so far,
Okay, so Kim just mentioned the relationship between the two of them has a lot of good sex in it. This goes back to Pete not having to perform in front of Kim, not while they're interacting, not while they're having sex with each other. The best sex is not about performance. This is another misperception that happens in the dating advice world. It's about connection, it's about chemistry, because when two people that like each other so much, that feel so connected, they don't have to do any crazy flip around helicopter shit in order to enjoy each other, to have an amazing time with each other. They have to be super connected, and even the most simple, basic kind of sex will be 1,000 times better than anything else.
You look so handsome. Like, so cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember when
Guys.
I asked for your number at the last Met and you pretended that you couldn't give it to me because you had gloves on?
I know. Will you ask me again this time? I don't have gloves on.
Sure.
It's just kind of weird to me how Kim never mentioned that part, right? Did she forget? Maybe she was just fresh out of a relationship or something like that. I don't know.
It was actually the nicest excuse ever. I knew it was like an excuse, but I remember.
Look at how calm they interact with each other. This is really important. The way that they kind of gaze into each other's eyes, even though Pete's wearing glasses, you could tell they have that kind of laser beam focus.
I remember being in the car being like, wow, she knows how to like make someone feel really good about themselves. I thought that was really sweet.
Aww.
You're like, I'm sorry, I can't give you, I never have gloves on. I was like,
Had only I known.
You see how Pete does that thing, that weird ass movement? He's okay with being his weird self around the most famous, beautiful woman in the world, I guess you could say. He's just some dude, right? Oh, he's famous. Listen, Pete's not famous for being on SNL. Pete's famous for being charming, and because of his charm, dating people that other people would like to date. So don't call him, oh, he's attractive because he's not. Do you know who Kyle Mooney is? You don't. You don't know who Kyle Mooney is. Well, he's on SNL too. Do you still recognize his? No. Pete Davidson would have been the same thing as Kyle Mooney, but it was his charm that made him more famous. I can't stress this enough. When you are meeting somebody for the first time, I want you to let that freak flag fly, baby. I want the weirdness to come out. If you have it, if you're feeling it, don't force anything. Just let whatever feels natural be natural, right? If you see right there, they're not showing off to each other. They're not trying to be more than what they really are. They're interacting really calmly, but they have this really slow but intense connection with this eye contact.
things are a lot, super stressful, and to do like 3 or 2 back to back,
2 back-to-back was the killer. We'll never do the White House again.
super wild.
I really wanted our first red carpet for me to be in brown hair. And like I said, I wanted it to be a non-fashion event.
Yeah, I wanted us to be getting slimed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, but you know.
So that's another thing about their relationship that I guarantee you Kanye did not have with Kim. Kim's able to express herself. She's able to talk about her feelings, about her interests. And Pete is able to respond to that in like a fun, positive way. I guarantee you if Kanye was there, he'd be giving his own opinion and saying, oh no, I really want to do this and I really want to do this. And he'd be kind of like taking the wind out of Kim's sails by kind of changing topic or going into what he wants to talk about. It's like kind of like stealing the show. Even though Pete is a comedian and a performer, he doesn't try to steal the show. As opposed to when I used to watch Kanye and Kim, Kanye always seemed like he was trying to steal the show, not really go along with what's happening in the room.
I am proud to say that I've taught him, given him like really good financial advice on saving.
You give me some advice, but I don't listen to it.
The only 2 people I will wait all night for, Kim and Pete are here. Hey! Look at you.
In our group chats, it looked amazing, but in person, oh my God.
But look at you. Okay, tell everyone, because see, I know the process it took to get in this. Tell everyone the process of this whole entire situation.
Yes, well, this is Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Unbelievable.
And it's 60 years old, and she wore this when she sang Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in 1962. I had this idea to put it on.
So here is the issue with Pete and Kim that I am seeing. This is where Pete tends to be a little bit like Kanye, right? He's kind of running away, doing his thing, while Kim is trying to talk about this like she's literally wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress right there. That's a crazy thing that's happening. Pete's just kind of running around while she's answering these questions. Listen, I would probably be doing the same thing as Pete. That's just my personality, but I'm not sure if Kim is like down with that. And I could see Kim's kind of uncomfortable smile laugh afterwards. Let's watch it.
And try it on, and then they came with like armed guards and gloves, and I tried it on and it didn't fit me. And so I looked at them and I said, give me like 3 weeks. And I had to lose 16 pounds down today to be able to fit this, but it was such a challenge. It was like a roll.
Right.
I was
You're
determined.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was determined to
but
fit
when
it.
you put your mind to something, you were like eating tomatoes.
I don't think they believe me. I don't think they believe that I was going to do it.
Stay blonde for a while? Okay, so we can have some fun this summer.
Doesn't Pete
Pete! This is my brother, Pete!
Check out Lala's new hair product. It's really great. It's rice. It comes from rice. It grows your hair back.
Pete,
Yes.
you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look handsome. You look hot.
Thank you. She didn't let me wear my propeller hat, but it's fine.
No, you guys look.
So right there where Pete was like, she didn't let me wear my propeller hat, and then Kim just kind of didn't respond. I think in her head, she's just like, I'm feeling like Kanye vibes here. He's kind of like derailing the conversation, constantly making jokes. This is where I feel they kind of don't mesh that well together. It's telling me that they have this really relaxed, just let your hair down, be yourself relationship with each other that Kim really loves, but at the same time, it might go too much into an immature realm. And you could tell, listen, Kim's in her 40s. She is not like pranking her sisters anymore. She is serious businesswoman right now. And I don't think Pete's at that level, and I think that's where the unbalance was.
Let me just ask Pete if he wants to. Babe,
Yeah.
do you want to shower with me really quick? Shower with
Sorry, guys. What just happened?
So that's a great last clip right there. It shows that Pete is not trying to like put on a facade of like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, whatever. I'm dating Kim Kardashian. He shows that, listen, like, I'm dating Kim Kardashian. He's never trying to act cool. And that is another mark of charm in my list of 9 marks of charm, down to earth. Charming people are never trying to act like they're hot shit. Or like I said earlier, they're never trying to show high value. High value people simply are high value. And this is what makes beautiful women or beautiful people in general. You could be charming and be a woman. You could be charming and be non-binary. You could be charming and be a man. It doesn't matter who you are, who you have chemistry with. Charm applies universally. And to everybody that's trying to like shove their high value in people's faces, like especially celebrities' faces, people that are generally attractive to society, they get hit on a lot, they get approached a lot, and they are so sick of everybody trying to show off and act too cool for school. So when you have somebody that acts not cool for school whatsoever, that just makes those people feel so comfortable and relaxed. It allows those people who are being approached, who are being hit on, to let their hair down, be their silly, childish selves too. So going back to what I was talking about before, you do not have to be showing your high value to people if you already are a high value person. Know what? 3 things are the only things you should be focusing on in your life. 1, your presence. 2, your purpose. And 3, your health. Those are the only 3 things that make you the happiest, most confident, most attractive person that you could be. Now, the world has got it confused, thinking that you need to have all of these shallow, superficial qualities in order to feel confident, in order to be attractive to people. And it's all bullshit. It's all like putting band-aids on an open wound. This God Pill book is what I've been working on for the past 10 years of my life. And like I said, these are the only 3 things in your life that you need to work on in order for you to be the happiest, most confident, most attractive person you can be. I keep it super simple in the book for you. There's no fluff. There's no fat you have to read around. In other words, every sentence is going to be important. Actually, let me just pull out a sentence right now. Just like presence, Purpose is where you get your infinite self-esteem and magnetic attractiveness. When somebody sees that your life has meaning, they couldn't be more turned on. It's at the top of their list. The more purpose you have, the more attractive and confident you are. Anyway, if you want the God Pill for free, I have it on Skillshare as a video book. So it's me actually reading the book to you. Now you can get a month's free of Skillshare if you click the link in the description, the God Pill link, and you'll get the God Pill for free video book if you want it in hardcover, softcover, ebook, audiobook, or video book outside of Skillshare. Well, the link in the description helps you with that too. Do you have a couple that you want me to analyze on another episode of Love Test? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, for Kim and Pete, the reason why they got together is everything we talked about. The reason why they broke up, I just feel like they truly are in different points in their life. That's number one. Kim is a business mogul. She is on her way to stuff. She wants to grow even bigger and bigger. Pete, he's not even 30 yet. He's not in that place in his life. I feel he's not mature enough yet for Kim. They had a really fun time together. I am surprised it lasted as long as it did. But the second reason that I mentioned is more serious. Pete does have a condition called borderline personality disorder, and I do believe that is also what kind of messed with the relationship later on. So my advice for Kim is that if she wants to get into another relationship that lasts, really look at your past. Look at what you didn't like from your past relationships. Look what you really loved from your past relationships. And then as soon as you see a red flag, you just move on. What most people do is they see a red flag and they go, oh, but there's so many other good things. So let me see if this red flag persists. Let me see if I don't care about it. A red flag is a red flag is a red flag. It will not go away, and it is always going to be sticking out like a sore thumb or like a red flag. My advice for Pete is to really work on his neediness. I'm no doctor, I'm not a psychologist. I know very little about borderline personality disorder, but I do know that it has to do with love bombing and basically kind of becoming super duper attached and kind of super duper obsessed with the person that he's dating. And I do believe that at first he's able to charm the person because there's not a lot of attachment involved, but then as they get closer, as they get more intimate, there's more of an attachment that Pete really cannot let go of, and he has to dig in deeper and deeper, which causes issues in the relationship. So I would ask Pete to actually work on not being so attached as he gets more intimate with the person that he's in a relationship with. He has to practice kind of holding back. Even though he may really strongly want to just dive in further, build his neediness even higher and higher and stronger, he needs to just relax, take a step back and say, this is okay if this is the level that we're at. This is okay if we haven't jumped to marriage and kids yet. It's okay. So my rating for Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson's relationship, I would give them a 7 out of 10. The 7, why? Because they had so much chemistry. They had so much intimacy. They felt so good and relaxed around each other. And I believe that is like the basis, the foundation of a good relationship. But there's that little extra bit. There's those 3 little points where I just feel they're unbalanced. Pete's not mature enough for Kim. Pete is still working through his kind of love bombing that I don't believe he's gotten rid of yet, or I don't even believe he's on his way to get rid of yet. Again, this is all speculation, but that is what my guess is based on how quickly his relationships go and how actually they tend to take almost the same amount of time every time, which tells me that there is a timeline. There is this is when they get together and everything is really great. This is when the love bombing occurs, and then this is when it ends. And I don't think Kim was able to deal with that, especially after such a torrid relationship ending with her last husband, Kanye West. 7 out of 10. See you next episode.